Godzilla is more than a monster. It's a symbol of our fears, of our hopes and struggles. For many, it's also a grandparent who taught us the ways of life for 70 years. So, to celebrate our favorite kaiju, I want to compare Godzillas from every 38 movies released to now. So get yourself a kappa and let's get to it. And let's start with the Godzilla roars from 1950s to 1960s, and we only have two. So it's definitely animal sounding. It's very simple. But moving on, there are quite a few entries between 1960 to 1970, 8 in total. So the roar is more like a screech to my ears, but that's how it started shaping up. So at the time of recording this video, there are 38 films in the franchise, first appearing in 1954. 17 by Toho, 3 by Toho Aizo, 13 by Toho Pictures, 1 by TriStar Pictures, 4 by Legendary Pictures and Warner Bros. Now, for the numerical order, Toho only considers the live-action films that they create. So they exclude the Hollywood adaptations and animated movies and maintain Godzilla Minus One is the 30th Godzilla film.
Godzilla?
But Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire, which is the latest American film, is the 38th entry. So in short, 30 Japanese, 5 Hollywood, 3 animated films. Let's have a listen how the Godzilla changed between 1970 to 1980. 5 films. So still we can hear that screechy sound. But the change came in 1980s with 2 Godzilla films. And so it was at the end of the decade when the roar gained more meat and started sounding heavier. Now, 1990s were an interesting decade, and Godzilla moved on with the times as well. There were 7 movies in total. The Godzilla roar has a long history, and the Japanese onomatopoeia, which is a word created from the sound, is gyeon. Now, over the years, the sound designers used different techniques to present the roar.
The original Godzilla roar from 1954 is probably the most famous sound effect in film history.
From animal sounds to instruments to modern sound design. So it changed significantly over the years.
The time has come, finally, to put our technology to the final test.
As we can hear, definitely sounding a bit modern. And they took it from there, as there were 5 movies in the noughties. And I can definitely hear the return to the classic screechy roar there. After that, there were 6 more movies in the 2010s with a big American entry. American films sound different to Japanese for sure, but we finish with the current decade and the 3 movies we had so far. And here's where modern sound design is taking the reins, a big, almost dragon-like roar.
What you hear is every bit as important as what you see.
So the sound, the roar, Gyeon changed substantially over the years. It started as a simple animal sound, but progressed to an earth-shattering scream. The biggest change came in the late 1980s. That's when they started adding to the original. Then, in modern times, Godzilla started to sound deeper, throaty and spacious. However, when we listen closely, we can still hear the initial screech that the original Godzilla had. So the directors, the audio team, always pay tribute to the origins.
If you're going to create the Godzilla roar, you have to use the original template as your jumping off point. It's one of the most iconic sounds. You can go anywhere in the world and play it, people know what it is.
And no matter how much they updated, Godzilla roar is one we all recognize. Thanks for watching.